Guys, look at this 2006 Mercury Mountaineer. They complained that the car overheats. Well, look at this. Pretty sure that's the license plate that's supposed to be here. And if you look, that's like what? Pretty much half the area of the radiator that's exposed. Like you got the oil, the transcooler here. But I want to show you this too. There's a transcooler. It's all smashed. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like all smashed in there. See if we can reach in and pull this out. Like there's plastic down here, so you can't, like there's no airflow right to the radiator here. Like there's a hole, like it's all blocked off right here with plastic. So you gotta like reach above it right here. See if we can get in there and grab this. Look at that. Well, there's that. And look at this. Let's pop this hood up. I didn't even have to start this thing to see why it overheats. Look at the fan blade. Fan blade's broken, and so is the shroud. Not gonna have any cooling, or at least good cooling, without the fan shroud. But then look at this. Let me turn the flashlight on. Actually, wait, I guess I can't turn the flashlight on. But that harness is repaired. That harness is repaired. Somebody was probing here. See, the wires are all bare. It's crazy. And then they wonder why they have problems. So guys, I scanned the Mountaineer and we got a couple codes on here. It says there's only one key program because it says less than 2. Missing communication with BCM, missing instrument clusters, missing all these. We got these cooling fan control circuit code and these shift solenoids and then occupant classifications. So I think I saved these. I'll save it again. So we'll save this, I'll clear it, and we'll see what comes back, because they said that I guess the shift solenoids come back all the time. I don't know about the cooling fans. I'm just wondering, with that connector being like that, is there something? Just wondering with. Oh, you know what? Did I just clear all of them without the key on? I shut the key off. The key off because I was on the phone. Let's clear these again just in case. There we go. So let's cycle this. Shift solenoids usually come up right away if they're failed. So let's see, PCM. Look at that. So I'm guessing they're hard faults. Okay, so we got our cooling fan circuit. So I'm going to look this up. I'm going to go after this cooling fan first. We'll go after this cooling fan first, and then we'll go after the trans, because the trans is underneath. But since we can get right here to this, I want to see what kind of hack job they did here, and then we'll try to fix these wires. Wow, look at that. I just pulled that whole connector right off. We'll fix all these wires in here, because that ain't good. It's just crazy. I can't believe that pulled right off of there. Is tab broke? Oh, look at that. Tab's broke. Now we got mass airflow sensor codes, I'm sure. But yeah, we'll get this tape off of here. We'll check this. And I also want to check the tape down here. Right here, because there's tape right here. Okay guys, so I got a diagram here for the connectors. It's kind of confusing to find because they couldn't find this really easily, but I looked at all these wires. They all match up. The only thing that I noticed was this one isn't completely covered right here. The copper's exposed. That's the only issue I saw. All the wires seem to match up. But now I was looking at this more, and this connector looks busted. Look at that. I was trying to pull it apart, but I can't get it to pull apart. I wonder if like it's just shoved in here wrong or something. Like you can see like everything is busted here. So I don't know what's going on with this connector. Or like how far down it goes. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. There's a problem. Fan's all busted. Look at that. There you go, guys. Fix what's broke first and then go from there. That's what I tell everybody. So I'll get this, I'll put some liquid electrical tape on here and then I'll wrap this back up. We'll get this clean. We'll get a new fan. We'll get a new shroud. I got the license plate out of there already. This thing's going to be running like a brand new vehicle. Just don't understand. Like, I just wonder if maybe this fan self-destructed before and damaged a bunch of stuff. Just don't know. So guys, the block gets thicker. Look at this board. You know what? There's supposed to be a holder coming off of this. I wonder if that was supposed to be built into this connector. Because I thought most of these had that built in. Like, maybe not. I don't know. Guess we'll find out when we get the new one. Well, a used one. Oh, you know what? I bet you this was supposed to come off of here like that. And then attach, because there's usually a bracket, I think, that comes off of these. Or did it go this way? Guess it went this way. But usually there's a bracket, because when you buy these, I think they usually come in a box. With, like it's a big box. And then this is just set up on there, because this is how they sense the RPM and that. And I think they thought they had like a magnet in there or something that, not a magnet, but like a, either a solenoid or a, like an electromagnet to pulse the fluid, to allow the fluid to flow through. Because they can vary the speed of this. Because they usually have a speed sensor. And then they know how fast to spin it for whatever type of cooling they want. But yeah, look how corroded that is. Crazy. It just... So should have a new one coming. See how busted that is. They just told me to put everything back here, so that's what we'll do. And you want to know what else is funny? They knew this was broke because look at this. Here's the piece. Somebody had tried to glue it at one point. But yeah, that was sitting back there. Okay guys, looks like we can't win. So like this one has a broken tab right here, but this tab right here is intact. This one's intact, and then it has no tab on that one. But then you come over to this one that was on the car, tab's broke here, it's completely missing. That's broke. And then this side has those, but there's no tab in the center. So I guess we won't use that one. Put these on. So I'm gonna get this one put in, and then we'll get our fan back in. Okay guys, so I got the fan all back on and everything, and I just cleared the codes and I don't see any that pop up. Let's see if we can read the PCM, see if we have any. Come on. Of course, decides to take forever when I start recording. I guess I'll just start it up. We don't have a check engine light so far. Let's see, read fault codes. Okay, so we don't have any shift solenoids. We don't have our fan. Let's read data stream. I'm going to bring up our shift solenoids. And then we'll let this warm up and we'll take it around here in the parking lot. There's a nasty exhaust leak. Let's see. Let's just monitor our engine coolant temp. And then we'll see if we have, I don't know what the radiator fan's going to be under. It's going to be under radiator fan. No, doesn't look like it. Let's see, shifts. Do we have shift solenoids? Yeah. We'll just pick all these. And then I'll have to figure out where our fan is. So I'm going to look for that and then we'll come back. Okay guys, so I got the data PIDs. So we got the engine coolant temperature, we got DTCs, we're going to have that P1000, so it means the monitors haven't run yet. But fan speed monitor says low, high, I guess. I'm assuming that's good. Shift solenoids, say no error so far. And then we have this Visctronic cooling fan speed sensor, RPM. So it's 300. Oh, it looks like it's going faster now. Yeah, so now it looks like it's probably matching engine RPM. So we can go up and look at this while it's warming up, because I want to get this warmed up. So we got our fan right there. See, right now it says it's at 318. 390, 400. Oh yeah, fan's coming on high or so. 800. I don't know if it's just like doing testing or what it's doing. And now it's dropping down again. But yeah, we got this all connected in. I added some more bolts to the shroud. So the shroud is pretty good. Still has some flex in it, but I think there's supposed to be a clip here, and there's no. The clip's broke. I don't know if we don't even have the whole piece for the old one. But yeah, that seems to all be working. So I'll just let this warm up and then we'll drive it around. Okay guys, so the car's warmed up. See, we're at 195. We were at 205, I think. So let's see. Let's try to see if we can back this up. And we'll see if we can drive around and see if we get any codes. Let's drive around here in the parking lot. But I think we're going to be set because we don't have any hard faults. Let's see if I can put this somewhere where you guys can see better. See, what about if we set it right here? There we go. Try backing up. There we go. I have no idea if this car even has a plate on it. Nope. There we go. Now you guys won't be able to see too much till we go forward. Oh, we got some codes now. Let's go forward. These don't say any errors, but I don't know if it came up saying errors. Let's see. I don't see any of these that had changed to an error in the graph view. Oh wait, shift solenoid D status had said yes, it errored. None of the other ones look like they had errored. At least yet. Let's go back. Read fault codes. So, shift solenoid D. I wonder if that's the coast clutch solenoid too. So I'm going to quick go in and we'll look at these codes, but I think our fan's fixed. Okay guys, so I'm back probing pin 45 right here, which is supposed to be the TCT's, wow, I'm sorry, supposed to be a shift solenoid D. It says blue and brown, although it looks like it's blue and white. So I don't know if it like really faded or what, but it was getting confusing trying to find these wires because of this. So I'm back probing that, okay. And it says in here that it's supposed to be 16 to 45 ohms. So we should probably see less than an amp. Probably about like a half to probably a quarter of an amp. So we're on here. We got the voltage and the blue is our current. I have my amp clamp around there. And we're on a 1 amp scale. See, it's 1 amp. So when I turn this on, let's see, let's add data stream. So we'll turn this on. And you'll see our current goes up. We're about a half an amp. And our voltage drops to 0 because it grounded it. So if I turn it off, you'll see it goes back. Turn it on. So we can keep cycling this here and it'll never say an error. So you can see that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this. Hopefully the battery ain't dead. And we'll let this warm up and we'll see if we still get our issue. We might have to, I don't know if this will start. Oh, look at that, it started up. Perfect. The circuit should go on, I think. So right there's where we started it, I think. Let's see, can we command this on and off? Oh, look at that. Oh, now it just errored, guys. See that? That was our error right there. I'm gonna save this real quick. Okay guys, so I got the card act up and it's acting up all the time now. So I have my amp clamp around here. I don't know where it stopped recording, but we have the amp clamp around here. We're back probing that connector that controls the solenoid, okay? And then what I did was came underneath the car, using my fancy Phil's probe right here, and we're piercing the gray and blue wire, which is the power feed from the fuse and the solenoid, the fuse and the relay right here. So it's this fuse, 38, 15 amp. That gets power from this PCM power relay, and then that blue wire, well, gray and blue wire, feeds right here, goes into this power solenoid pin. And that powers all the solenoids. But now when we look at this, you'll see we have our current of 0.4 amps. We got what do we have? We have 11.6 volts going to the solenoids because the key's been on for a while. So if I turn this off, look, see, it works. Now if we cycle this a few times, we should be able to get this to fail. Look at that. See the hash? And then it drops out. It starts dropping out. Let's see if we can get this stacked up. I want to make this screen say error. See, I don't like all that hash that's going on unless it's doing something to test the circuit. But we don't always have it, so I think it's failing. See if we can get this stacked up. We may have to save this and start it. I don't know if maybe it has to stay on for a while to get it stacked up. I'll leave it on and we'll see if we can get it stacked up. So let's stop this. Let's zoom out. So what I don't like, let's see if we can zoom this out. I don't like how we had this in here. So see that how it's pulling down and we don't have any current going up here. So it's making me think that the solenoid is failing internally because our voltage stayed good. So power's going through the solenoid. So this is power coming back from the solenoid. So we should be seeing the 12 volts come back through, and we're not because the PCM supplies the ground. So it's making me think that the solenoid is going open circuit. Okay guys, so I think I just got done saving it, so we'll actuate this a few times. I'm gonna start it up and we'll see what it does. It should act up right away. I just don't want to destroy my leads. Let's see. There we go. I think everything should be good. Start this up. See, no error. So let's command this off. And then there's where we had our error. So we commanded it off. Let's zoom out. So you see we're cycling it fine. We started right there. And then right here, I'm pretty sure this is our solenoid acting up. Now there is one way to confirm this. What we can do is we could try clearing it and see if we can get this stacked up again. Let's see. Turn on. See, now we can't do anything, but we still have 12 volts going into the trans. But we have no power going through there. There's two things we could do. One, we can measure the resistance from here to our fuse and measure the resistance of the whole solenoid. Or we can, let's go back. Let's see. I'm going to quick clear the codes and then we'll go from there and we'll see if we can actuate it again, but I don't think we're going to be able to until we turn the key off. Okay guys, I got it to error now. See, the scan tool is not doing anything. I mean the scope's not doing anything. So let's see if I can put these side by side. See, it'll error now. So now what I did was I also connected my test lead up. So it looks like it's pulled to ground. So let's see if the test light's on battery positive. Look at that. The test lights. So let's turn this off. Let's see if the test lights. Test light doesn't light. So I wonder if I can set you guys up better somehow. Let me get another position. So here we go. We got our test light. We'll connect it to battery positive, okay? Let's see if you guys can see this all. Okay, test light. Let's see. On, off, on, off. See, now it says no error. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at that. Now if I remove this, now look, when it goes off it says error, because it's not seeing battery voltage. Look at that. Touching the test light on there, it'll say no error. Now it's staying at no error. Isn't that amazing? So now I'm going to stick the test light in here and we'll go look to see what our current's doing. Okay, so we got a test light in there. So let's come back, let's look at our current. So you ready? Drains our current. Actually, you know what? We're not going to be able to measure the current on the wire we're at. In order to see our current, we'd have to move this over to our test light. So let's move this over. There we go. So now we'll see our current. We'll see our test light current at least. And it went way negative. Let's say inverted. There we go. Look at that. So this proves our driver and our PCM's 100% good. Our solenoid is the problem. Let's go back to this. So now if we cycle this, you'll see we have no current. So our solenoid is 100% open circuit. Our test light being our simulated load, allowing the 12 volts to go through, is what is keeping our PCM happy right now. So yeah, I'm going to tell them it needs a solenoid. There's a quick way to show you guys. If they have me fix it, I'll show you. If not, hope you guys like it. See you later. Oh guys, I also want to add in here, just because I have a feeling that they're not going to fix this. Well, one, I taped the wires back up so they're all nice. But the reason why we can conclude that it's 99.9% the solenoid is the fact that we can cycle it on and off. Our current's good, our voltages are good when we're just cycling a key off. As soon as we start it, it's on. The solenoid's on, so we can see that current was flowing when it's on. We cycle it off, then it has a problem once we command it off. So it's either the fluid moving around in the trans that's causing it, or like the slight vibration of the vehicle moving. Like, I don't think it's a harness issue, because I went around the harness earlier and I looked to make sure that there was no like spots where it looked like it contacted or rubbed through the best I could. So like that pretty much either leaves you with a damage in the harness, which we can't see any problems, or it's a bad solenoid. And we bypassed the solenoid, it works. And we looked at the harness. So unless the connector's messed up right here, which is unlikely, like they had connector issues, but the fact that we have current flow when we start it, kind of rules that out. And then the other thing that rules out most of a harness issue, is all the solenoids share the same power, and I think they share a case ground. So since the solenoid, since only one solenoid has a problem, that rules that out, because like we would have other solenoid codes when you go to drive, or like when you manually shift it, which I don't get any other codes. It's only that one. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. See you later. So guys, I decided to pull the connector apart right here, so you can see the connector. I don't really see any issues with it. Like there's some dirt on it. It looks black, but it's just like dirt right there at those pins. I'll clean it off, but 99% sure it's not going to fix it. There's a little bit of trans fluid or something on the outside. Not a lot. And I looked inside the connector up here. Let's see if we can get you guys a view of the connector. Might be a little hard. But I didn't see any issues in it. Like I can see it a lot better than you guys can. But I didn't see anything. I didn't see any issues with it. So pretty sure it's a bad solenoid. I'm gonna clean this off with some contact cleaner, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna fix it. You know what, guys? I might have found it. I thought that was dirt. That's a crack. Let's see if it'll focus. That is a crack all the way down the connector. Let's see. Look at that. I bet you that's our problem. I'm gonna look to see where our pins are at, and then we'll go from there. That is crazy, because my friend's like, I just had to replace. My friend just said to me too, he's like, I just had to replace one of the connectors on them. He's like, it's back ordered. He's like, I've never seen one fail before. And look at that. That is crazy. Here's some more light for you guys. It is just completely split right there. I'm gonna look to see what the view is for the connector, like where the pins are at. And then we'll see if that corresponds to our ones that we're having problems with. Okay guys, so our crack goes from 11, 12, 13, and 14. And if we look at this, we got pressure control A, signal return, and torque converter clutch. So we should have no issues with this thing not working. Like signal return right here is for our trans fluid temperature according to the diagram. When I looked at the diagram, see right here, pin 12, signal return, trans fluid temp. So I don't think we're gonna have an issue with the connector causing this. I guess I could quick check pin tension, but I really don't think it's a pin tension issue. I think our solenoid's just going open circuit, and that's it. So I'm gonna tell them to get a new solenoid and a new connector, and then we'll go from there, because I don't want them to have issues. Now all my papers are blowing because it's windy now. The windy time of the year. But I don't want them to have issues later with the connector. But I bet you once this thing gets hot, it just starts acting up, or some kind of temperature in it, or vibration when you start it. But I'll quick do a drag test and let you guys know what I find. Okay guys, I just did a drag test on all the pins, and the only one that didn't feel that great was 11. And 11, like all the other ones were really tight, and 11's pressure control solenoid A, so that's not our problem. It doesn't complain about pressure control solenoid A. So hope you guys like it. If they want me to fix this, I'll show you guys. I think they might have me fix it, because they said about getting a new solenoid assembly, so I'll have them get a connector too. And if they do it, I'll make a video, show an update. See you guys later. So guys, I'm removing the solenoid block. The fluid in here was actually pretty clean. Look at this. Look at how red that is. Like, it's not burnt or anything. I was surprised. So I took all the bolts out. I think this is the last bolt till I drop the solenoid assembly down. We have a new solenoid assembly here on the floor. I don't know how good it is because they got it from, you can see the parts store name. I won't mention it, but it's right there. Maybe I should mention it. Actually, here's where it came from too. The smiley face parts store. But yeah, I don't know if it's used. I'm thinking it's used with the look of this fluid, but I don't know unless I just put some other oil on here. Hopefully it fits. Won't know until I get this one down. But I just gotta get this one screw out and I think I can pull it down. Okay guys, so it looks pretty similar. So if you look at these side by side right here, you can see all the cutouts look the same. I didn't see any differences with any of the cutouts, but like there's some scratches on here, so I don't know if this was used or not. I think you have like that. I'm gonna spray it down real quick with brake clean before I put it in, but this says W3-1, this one says V/3, and the part numbers here are slightly different, but the layout of everything, it looks the same. The connector spot looks the same. The plastic that's on here looks the same, but on the bottom, the circuit board's encased. Like this looks more like an OEM one. This one looks like it's an aftermarket. I don't know if it is or not. Shows you the bolt torque right here, 71 pound-inches. This says Autotech 2009, so I don't know if they're different or if somebody took the cover off. I'm assuming this is just aftermarket, the way the board is just exposed. But I don't do that much trans work, so I'm going to get this new one put in. I'm going to spray it down with brake clean and we'll put it in. The plate up here looks like it's intact. Actually, I guess this goes underneath everything, so I couldn't replace it even if I wanted without dropping the whole valve body. So, glad that doesn't look messed up. So I'm going to do that, and then I got to go pick up a filter and fluid because the parts store never dropped it off today. Okay guys, so we're back with the Mountaineer. Let's start this up. I took it outside. Drove it around real quick last night just to make sure that it moved, but I didn't really go anywhere. So let's load up in our tool right here, and we'll see if we can bring up our trans data again. Let's see, system selection, the PCM. Because remember, our shift solenoid 4, I think it wasn't working right. Let's see. And I warmed the trans up last night, filled it up, so we should be good to go. Now they didn't get a new connector, so guess we'll have to see what happens with that. Load our trans data. Let's see, we need a shift solenoids. Let's see. There we go. Look at that, no error right now. So our shift solenoid 4 is on. Move the seat forward because I must be a gigantic person. Look at that. See? So it went off when you go into the manual gears because we're all the way down. So I think once you go back in drive, or is it 3 in drive? Nope. Okay. So 3, it's off. And if we put it in drive, it should come back on. Okay, so we'll back up. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but from what I've found out, shift solenoid. Can we graph these? There you go. From what I read, shift solenoid 4, I don't know if I mentioned this, is for when you coast. So like when you let off the gas, I guess it does engine braking when you're in the manual gears. Sorry, this is going to be a little bumpy. Oh wait, we don't even have 4 up here on the screen. There we go, there's 4. So let's go down. Go down the driveway here. Get up to like 15 or 20. I was hoping that it would go into the off position. Yeah, guys, I don't think we have a problem anymore. Let's try the manual positions. There we go. So now it says off. I moved it down to the 3rd. So you can see, just driving around the building. But I think this is a confirmed fix, guys. Just needed a solenoid assembly. This thing also needs more work, but they're probably not going to do it. It needs ball joints on one side, just flopping around, and the exhaust leak. Look at that. So now we'll put it back in drive, and you'll see our solenoid go on. Let's put this back over here, away from everything. There we go. See, it said no error the whole time. Go back, let's read fault codes, retrieve continuous. So the only thing that we should have is P1000. Look at that. So, hope you guys like it. See you later.